Good morning. Welcome to Cosmic Weather with Coconut. Today is February 15th, 2024, and I hope everyone had a happy Valentine's Day if you celebrated that. Today, I'm mainly focusing on the sun placement. On February 13th, the sun moved into a new gate, a new energy, a new frequency. What that means is from the sun, neutrino streams are pouring down, and based on the rotation of the planets and including Earth, different energies are given to us. This life force that radiates from all of the stars and the sun as it passes through different planets and then passes through us, passes through the Earth. And yes, so that's what we're talking about, this neutrino stream. And now the sun is pouring down gate 30's energy. Gate 30, the gate of desire, that is the shadow frequency is desire. And as we talk about all of these shadow frequencies, moving into the gift frequency, and then moving into something that the Gene Keys calls the city. The city is the highest expression. It's the opposite of the shadow. It is the light. It is the heavenly states. And as always, these are accessible on Earth, and the shadows are not bad. They are just part of the path. They are a way. They are a way to see, to experience, and to be alive. So with that, the sun being in gate 30 until the 19th of February, this is an intense gate. This gate is all about desires, and if you are human, you have desires. There's no way around that. The Buddha said something along the lines of decrease your desires and increase doing the things that you need. Okay, I really butchered that. It's early. I've only had a few cups of coffee, but it's something like become more aware of what you need and start lessening your desires. So that's the question over these next few days while the sun is pouring down this energy for all of us to experience. And if you have this gene key or this energy in your profile, then you are someone who is well aware of this energy on a daily basis, whether, you're experiencing it, whether you are aware of it or not. Okay, and what is desire? Desire is a longing or a yearning or a pushing outwards. It's seeking something that is outside of yourself. It is looking for something, yearning, longing. And sometimes those things are food. Sometimes those things are sexual desires. Sometimes those things are a deep spiritual desire. Desires come in many, many forms. And following your desires is not necessarily bad. There is no good or bad. And I do know that the more you withhold from your desires, the stronger those desires come. So it's one of those things we have to be really vigilant about looking at and pausing before we act. And I also know that if you follow every desire, even though those desires themselves might not be bad, eventually you start to feel bad. If you just follow every desire and you're unconscious of why, the deeper desire behind that desire, then over time, just based on the chemistry of desire itself, you just deplete your dopamine, you deplete your serotonin, and you're no longer following that desire doesn't give you what you actually want. As soon as you satiate one desire, a new desire comes. So how do we move out of the shadow frequency that humanity is experiencing right now? What do we do? You want to move into lightness, and that's the gift frequency of this shadow, or of this gate, is lightness. Lightness is this almost a non-attachment, almost where you're not being swayed by your desires. You're giving in to them whenever the timing is right, but you're not being controlled by them. and they've just lessened their grip on you. You have this sense of being free, being released from your desires. And that is a good feeling. So I always like to talk about the Earth Gate when we're getting deep into the Sun Gate. And the Earth is in Gate 29. And 29 is about commitment. And so the Earth and Sun are opposite and they work together. So if you're thinking about desire and you're thinking about commitment, or you're thinking about lightness and you're thinking about commitment, the Earth provides you stability. So if you want to find stability and step into that lightness, that rapture that the sun is offering, we have to work with the earth energy. So the earth is asking you, what are you committing to? And those commitments, when they're full-hearted, when you full-heartedly, with all of your being, commit to something that you love, that lights you up. It becomes your desire. It becomes your devotion. You rupture with love for the devotion of your commitment. And that's the energy that we have. And I have both of these in my design. And I tell you what, this is a beautiful time for me to reflect deeply, because I love to have a commitment. When I hiked the Pacific Crest Trail, I committed to that full-heartedly. I moved. I got rid of everything I owned. I got more jobs just to be able to buy all the gear that I wanted to have. I researched, and people thought I was crazy. People thought I was going to, have all these crazy negative experiences, and they didn't understand where I got the courage, where I got the desire to do something so extreme in their minds. And for me, once I committed full-heartedly and I felt that full body yes, the desire to do it was a devotion, it was a love, it was a rapture. And I'm playing with that extreme example of commitment, an extreme example of desire in my daily life. And I think that we all have the opportunity to do that right now. Where are you devoting your energy? Where are you devoting your commitments? Are they to little desires that aren't satisfying you at the end of the day? Or are you devoting your precious life force, your precious energy to a higher purpose, to a desire that is satisfying for yourself and for the greater whole? So as you go through this week, that's what I want you to ask yourself. Notice, no judgment. It's not something that you feel guilt and shame about. That will pull you back into the desire more and more deeply. With a non-judgmental awareness, just become aware of where your desire is and what it pulls you to, and ask yourself, do I want to continue allowing this desire to take away my energy? Is there some other desire that I have that is bigger that I want to commit to? And sometimes when you commit to those bigger things, you have to sacrifice other things. Okay, this was kind of a long one, but I do love this gene key. The sun is in gate 30, the earth is in gate 29, and the moon today is moving into gate 2, which is in Taurus. So take some time and feel into this devotion, into this commitments, and into your receptive. All right, guys, have a wonderful day, and I will talk with you soon.